check here. Alright, I guess I'm live. Alright, good. The show from April 25th, 2018 in Full Sail University. In Atlanta, you have Mauro Ranallo and Percy Watson on commentary. No Nigel McGuinness. This was recorded last week, where it was about, being with his wife and his newborn baby girl into the world. So let's get to the show. A lot to talk about this show, about the main event NXT Championship match. So here we go. The show opened up first with the Undisputed Era. The Undisputed Era, when it comes to their to your NXT North American champion Roderick Strong, and alongside the Indie Fish. But yeah, Undisputed Era are there, and Undisputed Era. Excuse me, Undisputed Era. There's a note here, folks. Was in his wrestling gear, which is rightfully so, because he had a match against Orny Norkin. Roderick Strong, not in his wrestling gear. He's in street clothes. Kyle O'Reilly, also in street clothes. Bobby Fish, because he's on the injury list, he has to be in street clothes. But yeah, on this actually, this gotta be in the front first, and then you could do this to put the as a background for the E word, the E letter, basically, for which stands for era. See, Undisputed Era. Shock the system. Just saying. But yeah, but Alan Cole calls a promo about, look at all this gold. When it comes to the North American Championship, Alan Cole is the North American champion. When it comes to the NXT Tag Team Champions, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong are the Tag Team Champions. Then we get to Bobby Fish calling a promo how NXT has fed, the Undisputed Era to the wolves, and they managed to overcome all those wolves. No matter what Oscars, no matter what was the outcome, to break it up the count, just could be done. And talks about how also why he decided to join the Undisputed Era, where it comes to, he's on his own when it comes to Roddy versus the World. For those who don't watch NXT, I got your back for that one too. To point out that logic too. So Roger Strong said, "Why fight on your own, where you can fight together?" Again, he's fighting with together with his family, but now he's fighting together with the guys that he didn't want to join with in the first place. But yeah, and there you go, folks. That's your answer. I guess that's at least that's something for Roger Strong to answer to the critics of why he did. So we get Kyle O'Reilly start talking on a promo, saying that being champions and F1 to take over this a top match to go which that will be in the opening match for the show, where Alan Cole says he's so confident to win the title on his own back in New Orleans. He says he doesn't need the Undisputed Era there to beat Orny Norkins. And the way he said it too, it's like Orny Norkins is not even worthy enough to wrestle against him. That's the way he said, the way he had that tone of his voice, and then he ends it by saying, the most best quotes. Also what comes to the theme song. So whatever. Successfully defended his North American Championship belt and won. And after the match, Undisputed Era beats down on Orny Norkins. Danny Burch comes out to even the odds, sort of, taking out Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong with headbutts. Also, Alan Cole out of nowhere with a super kick, and another beatdown happens. And there you go. Undisputed Era, once again, shock the system. Right? If I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it right. They wasn't, Undisputed Era once again shock the system. Just saying. So yeah, that was that. We get a Shayna Baszler video package about her making her debut on NXT, and then going after the NXT Championship and winning the NXT Championship, and now she is the face of the women's division on NXT, and she's a bully. And in this video package, it basically she's a bully. Obviously, that's a word that WWE uses very loosely every time. So we'll get to more of that later about what happened with that. We get a video package of Bianca Belair, where Bianca Belair is the EST of NXT. It basically shows that she's got strength, power, athletic. Her training is something that you all need to check out, because her training is the reason why she looks she's not that built, but but she's got some built there that you can see on that with her being the strongest woman on the division of NXT, the women's division of NXT. So, anyways, yeah, I was there at AC. So yeah, and they showed Bianca Belair about her braid ponytail is her lethal weapon, and they show parts where of her hitting Aaliyah with it, Lacey Evans with it, and that jobber, whoever that jobber was at the time. All I gotta say is, in that video package, Aaliyah failed to sell the effects of that hair whip, but Lacey Evans and that jobber did do that. Aaliyah didn't. And you wanna know why? Because Aaliyah is fucking trash. Next we get to, yeah, that was it, by the way, folks. So yeah, Bianca Belair, she says she's focused on to becoming the next NXT Women's Champion, and we'll see how that turns out. We get to Heavy Machinery versus Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss, the rematch from Takeover. Well, actually, not Takeover. The rematch from the NXT after Takeover New Orleans event that with the debut of War Raiders, basically involved in that match. So this is the rematch from 2 weeks ago. So the match happens, pretty decent match, tag team match. We get a little miscommunication by Riddick Moss and Tino Sabatelli. Also, and both men were down. Two different. I believe it was Tucker Knight. If it was Tucker Knight, yeah, it was Tucker Knight that was down. Riddick Moss was down. They're going for the hot tag here. Tino Sabatelli is going for the tag, right? Riddick Moss goes for the tag. Tino Sabatelli drops off the ring apron, betrays his partner, and I say to myself, "Damn, really? Now they decided now to break them up. I thought they got away from that, but yeah, they decided to break them up. So basically, Tino Sabatelli is gonna be the heel, and Riddick Moss is gonna be the face. Now, do people even care about Riddick Moss? Just be honest, not really. But do people do care about Tino Sabatelli? In a way, they do, because they care about Tino Sabatelli so much that they'll boo him by saying Tino sucks. So we'll see how that turns out. What happens? But to me, I think it was a huge letdown that NXT decided to break up Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss, because I was liking this tag team, but whatever, right? I guess when money comes, it doesn't come anymore with these two guys anymore. Whatever. But in the end, Heavy Machinery beats basically beats Riddick Moss on their Riddick Moss loses on his own, and that was it. And yeah, Heavy Machinery gets the winnery, to say the least. After the match, Heavy Machinery cuts a promo to War Raiders about attacking them from behind, and all that, and blah blah blah. So and the blah 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 is about them eating meat, so that basically describing how they're gonna snack on them, whatever. It was whatever. But yeah, that's Heavy Machinery's promos though. But anyways, then we get to a real package about what the NXT Women thinks about Shayna Baszler, about her being NXT Women's Champion. So we got Nikki Cross give her her share about she wants to be NXT Women's Champion, and then we get to Aaliyah talking about how she's gonna be she wants to be the one to beat Shayna Baszler. Which, by the way, no, she's not. Aaliyah sucks. She's garbage. She's trash. So yeah, ain't gonna happen. And then we get to Kairi Sane, who actually did at one point beat Shayna Baszler, and she says she knows her weakness. and but she said it's a secret, and she'll find out pretty soon when she gets the opportunity to face Shayna Baszler. And we'll get to more about these women that want to go to promo about Shayna Baszler, about her being NXT Women's Champion. So we'll get to that later. Okay, folks. Now here's the part that really pissed kind of pissed me off here. So before we get to this interview, there was something about Dakota Kai and her partner named Stephanie, and spelled a bit differently, by the way. It's spelled by Steffanie. That's another way to spell Stephanie, I believe. I don't know, but it could be, I could be wrong, whatever. But yeah, Stephanie Nilel. Something about her getting injured at a live house show, whatever. It's going on 809. Thank you for watching, man. And basically, this had Dakota Kai in fear, because they're selling the fact that this girl Stephanie Nealel, meant to say Nealel, how I say the last name. I'll learn it though. I'll learn it. Stephanie Nealel. Yeah, I'm trying to say this again. Stephanie Nealel. I think that's how I say her name. I don't know. I don't know. I'll try. I'll learn it though. But she was supposed to be part of the Mayon Classic before, but she got injured at the time, and now she's back. She's back from her injury, and basically also at a random house show for the send off for the Iconics. They came Peyton Royce. That was it was a tag match there. Stephanie Nalel and Dakota Kai versus the Iconics. They came Peyton Royce from the house show. I think Stephanie and Dakota won that match. I don't know. I don't remember if they did, but I got to look back at the results. But basically, they was talking about some Stephanie getting hurt. I think by the hands of Shayna Baszler, I believe. I'm like, really? So this led to an interview on NXT where Kathy Kelly interviews Dakota Kai, and Dakota Kai looked so afraid, and she didn't even want to talk about it. She's like, she just want to leave it as that. 809. Do you want to see Evans versus LeRae? Oh, you mean Lacey Evans and Candice LeRae? Yeah, I'll love to see that. I think that'd be a fun match. Yeah, I'd love to see that 809, and that's good. That's good. Suggestion too. For up and coming NXT matches. Good suggestion there. Hopefully we'll get that. So yeah, so also Dakota Kai is like, she doesn't want to talk about it and everything, and then Kathy Kelly is trying to I understand what you're going through right now. It's like, but is there anything you want to tell us? And then Dakota Kai's like, I really don't want to talk about it. It's like she's afraid to say it. Like what's going on here? And then also Shayna Baszler shows up, and then Dakota Kai, look at her face, she was afraid that she was gonna get, taken out or something like that. Like holy shit, like basically Shayna Baszler telling Dakota Kai, look at me, and then Dakota Kai will look at her, and then Shayna Baszler had to yell at her and say, look at me, and then Dakota Kai looks at her and everything. Like, what is this? So holy shit, like, wait a minute, Dakota Kai, she's a strong style woman who wrestled a lot in Japan. Are you kidding me? Now all of a sudden, she's now getting bullied by Shayna Baszler. That's what I saw here. That was basically what I saw here. Shayna Baszler is bullying Dakota Kai. Like, really, we're going with this bully angle again? Holy shit! And that was that. That was that thing. Yeah, I don't like it, folks. Dakota Kai, she can't stand now. Apparently, Dakota Kai cannot stand up for herself against a bully, and that bully is Shayna Baszler. Yeah. So also we get to more of these video packages. I mean, these more of these videos about these women that want to face Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. Lacey Evans talks about it, and folks, they're doing this thing where every time Lacey Evans talks about her being on NXT when it comes to the women's division, they always have Lacey Evans and Shayna Baszler always cross paths with each other sometimes. That happened about 2 or 3 times already. But this time it didn't happen this time. But Lacey Evans said they need a class woman at NXT. for the women's division basically, and she's the right woman to be the one to beat Shayna Baszler basically. I doubt that. Then we get to Vanessa Bourne, and she says, "Who's the person who's gonna beat Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship?" And she says, "You're looking at her." Yeah, Vanessa Bourne, who's lost her matches by the way on NXT, except for that one match that she had to win to qualify for the Mae Young Classic, and also the Mae Young Classic, she never made to the any other rounds. She only made to one round, and she lost. So yeah, Vanessa Bourne, to me, she's not believable. Vanessa Bourne, is not a winner. She's a freaking loser because she always loses her matches. So it's just hear her say that she's gonna be the one to beat Shayna Baszler is a joke. And then we get to Candice LeRae, who says that she wants to face Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. And guess what, folks? These two wrestled before on the Mae Young Classic. Candice LeRae was the one that came very close of being Shayna Baszler during that tournament. So that's my theory, by the way, folks. If you didn't see my review about NXT about, let's see, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago I did it. I mean, 2 or a week ago that I did, where I basically had a theory that it's going to be Candice LeRae that's going to be the one to. Damn it. Where was it? Where was it? Oh, so anyways, oh yeah, like I was saying, my theory was that Candice LeRae is going to be the one that's going to beat Shayna Baszler in the somewhere down the line to become the NXT champion, basically to dethrone Shayna Baszler. But there's other theories too now. Now you got the Kai, who's afraid of Shayna Baszler being bullied by her. You got Kairi Sane, who can be a contender to beat her. You got Nikki Cross. She also will end up being one of my theories too. So we'll see. Basically, yeah, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, Nikki Cross, and yeah, there you go. So yeah, those are my 4 theories about who's going to be the one to beat Shayna Baszler in the future. If ever, wherever Takeover event is going to happen. I thought it's going to be at Takeover Brooklyn though. It's just coming SummerSlam. SummerSlam weekend. Probably 809. What you said there. At least that is a story. Excuse me. At least that is a story, unlike main roster. Oh, believe me, main roster does that too when it comes to bullying people. But I guess with NXT, I guess they do a better job of bullying, a bullying angle than there is. But at the same time, it's still ridiculous the way that it's just because they're doing it. You also say for Takeover Chicago. Takeover Chicago. Does mean that's nothing. Takeover Chicago was last year. He says I think they are going to do LeRae versus Baszler at Takeover Brooklyn 3. Okay, Takeover. We'll see. It's they're not giving us any hints right now to see what's going to happen with that one, but we'll see. But that was it though. Then we get to matches that's going to be announced for next week. We're going to get Candice LeRae versus Bianca Belair. Then we get another match announcement that's going to be TM61 versus the Street Profits. And also next week, we're going to get Pete Dunne versus Roderick Strong. I think Pete Dunne it's going to be, and when it comes to Pete Dunne being there next week, I'm assuming he's not going to be there alone. We'll see what happens with that one. I'm not gonna speculate anything about that, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
I'm getting my stuff out.
Now, main event time, or is it? Let's get to it. Johnny Gargano versus the NXT champion, Aleister Black for the NXT championship. So Johnny Gargano comes out, getting the roar of the crowds. All of a sudden, from out of nowhere, Tommaso Ciampa attacks him from behind. I'm like, wow. I did not see this coming. And I didn't think they was going to do this quickly when it comes to Tommaso Ciampa getting back at Johnny Gargano. And by the way, Tommaso Ciampa is wrestling gear, by the way, and wearing the Giant Wrestling t-shirt. But he attacks Johnny Gargano, beats him up and everything. And I love how the commentator stole it too, by the way. especially Percy Watson. It's like, are you kidding me? And, see, Percy Watson, man, he knows how to do a better job than Byron Saxton can. So basically, they took the fight from near the broadcast table. Gargano was going to be put into it, but he fights back, beats up on Ciampa. Then they fight on the stage, and Ciampa gets the better of him, and then gives him a low blow. I'm like, oh really? Now we're having Tommaso Ciampa doing a low blow now? Really? I mean, come on, I was doing better. I was doing fine with Tommaso Ciampa as being a heel, and now you have to go the route with him doing a low blow. Whatever. But Gargano was taken out by Tommaso Ciampa with the running knee into the LED board. Bam. And then goes after him again. First try to pick it up and everything. But Ciampa has to get to Gargano. Gets him into the belly to back driver off of the stage through both tables. Ciampa was bleeding from his leg somewhere. Gargano was bleeding from here somewhere. And yeah, holy shit. The feud still continues, folks. Candice Ray comes out to attend Gargano. All of a sudden, he gets stretched out. Also, we see Cassius Ohno there to see how he is. We see a couple of other people too. I couldn't make out who it was. There's a few NXT women and a few NXT guys there. I couldn't make out who it was. Also, we see Aleister Black there, who's supposed to be meeting Gargano in the ring, and also he goes walking away from Gargano. So also Gargano's been put in the ambulance. Candice Ray goes in with him, and the ambulance drive away, and they cut through that production truck, and we see Tommaso Ciampa on top of Tommaso Ciampa on the production truck, waving like this. And by the way, I should also mention too, he has some on his taped up on his eye because he had that swollen eye. So yeah, I'm like, I see Tommaso Ciampa there. I'm like, holy shit, man, Tommaso Ciampa, man. AO9. Would you like Ciampa stalks Gargano's wife as storyline? I would love that. That would be awesome. As a heel, with Tommaso Ciampa stalking his wife, I would love that. That would be awesome. Good call there, AO9. NXT should do that. Tommaso Ciampa stalking on Gargano's wife, Candice Ray. Yeah, they could do that next week. During the match with Candice Ray versus Bianca Belair. And then you said saying I would that would be fantastic. There you go. So also we said Aleister Black in the ring. He cuts a promo Tommaso Ciampa since you took out Gargano. How about you? And also Sanity comes out. And Sam said, wait a minute, Sanity's coming out here? So basically Eric Young, along with Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane, they confront Aleister Black, and Eric Young cuts a promo to him about he wants that shot. Well, he actually said it yet, but Aleister Black knew what he was going to say there, so he said, let's do it. So that's what happened. So we get to Tommaso Ciampa versus Eric Young instead for the NXT Championship. Match itself was pretty good. Also, you got some involvements of Sandy. By the way, Sandy's on a heel now, since it's gonna be moving up to the main roster pretty soon. They're gonna be now they're back to being heels. So so Aleister Black was being distracted, but got distracted by Alexander Wolf. Wow, Killian Dane was distracting the referee, and basically Sandy did a good job there. Well, because Eric Young taking advantage of Aleister Black at that, and then in the end, and we get back and forth actions between the both guys, Eric Young and Alexander Wolf. I mean, Eric Young and Aleister Black. So, in the end, Aleister Black goes for the Black Mask and gets the 3 count and the win. And then after the match, basically, he retains. After the match, we get Sandy try to get to Aleister Black, and Alexander Wolf got hit with the Black Mask by Aleister Black, and then Dane picks him up, only for Aleister Black to counter it, and then go for the Black Mask. Takes out all members of Sandy except Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross was not. Yes, nothing. Nikki Cross is not part of Sandy right now. She's on her own right now, which is why Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane from Sandy arguably wants to be moving up to the main roster, while they still keeping Nikki Cross on NXT, and for good reason too, as I explained moments ago. But yeah, Aleister Black takes out all members of Sandy with the Black Mask. Basically, and the way I take it, I think that's supposed to be a send off And if it is, good. Because they don't need to be on NXT anymore. They now need to be brought to the main roster of SmackDown. Hopefully, they make their debuts next week on SmackDown, but we'll see. Maybe after Backlash, maybe that's what they're waiting for. Who knows? But yeah, other than that, that was the end of the show. So tomorrow wrestling for WWE NXT. Let me see how many matches were there. I think there was about 4. 1, 2. No, just 3. It was just 3 matches. Yeah, so tomorrow wrestling for NXT from April 25th, 2018. 3 matches. So there you go. So my overall scoring for the show, for this NXT show from, again, April 25th, 2018. I'm gonna go 6 out of 10. Good show, very good show. In fact, no, I'll go 7 out of 10. Spectacular show, basically. Not all of it was great, but you know, I thought it was still spectacular for what it was. And that being said, folks, I'm done. Before I go, AO9, what you said there? Will Sandy be buried on the main roster? I don't know. It depends what they do. It depends what they do with them on SmackDown first. And hopefully hopefully the Road Dogg Jesse James doesn't fuck them up with his bad writing for Sandy. It basically like you said, the Ascension and the Revival. The Ascension, I understand because they were trash. Now they're getting better, but still they're still trash. The Revival, they didn't deserve to get buried. They were awesome tag teams. And as far as Sandy, they could have done something big with Sandy on NXT, but maybe on main roster will probably get it right. Because in my opinion, they could have got it right with Sandy on the main roster. But to me, I feel like it was just an up and down type of deal with Sandy on NXT, and that's their fault on their part. They should do some higher and bigger things for Sandy at those times, especially when you have Eric Young, man, who's a tremendous worker as a promo cutter, a wrestler, and he could be a great leader of a faction too. But they move away from that for some reason. I don't understand that. But maybe NXT, maybe the main roster on SmackDown will do it. And again, Road Dogg Jesse James needs to stop with his bad writing, which I doubt that's gonna happen anyways because he's a terrible bad writer for SmackDown. And which is why he's not a writer for Raw too, because this man doesn't want anyone to be a bad writer on Raw, but at the same time you still got some bad writers on Raw anyways. Just saying. But there you go. That being said, I'm done. Thank you all for watching. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Robert Serrano Jr. and I am Natural Born Thriller. Please subscribe. And if you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. If you didn't enjoy it, you could also give it a dislike. I don't care, but the choice is yours and yours alone. And that being said, thank you all for watching. Because it's all about being the Undisputed Era. Shock the system. Just saying. I just hit like button. Thank you. You have to tell me that, but thank you though. I appreciate it. I still appreciate it though. AO9. Thank you though. But yeah. So yeah, that being said, I'm done. You all take care. You all have a good night. Talk to you all soon. But for now, peace on the streets. And remember, I don't know what else to say. Oh yeah, don't forget to tune in for the Great Rumble this Friday, folks, for my live reaction, just for that one match. But all that, take care.